Welcome back to TechRadar. I'm Matt Phillips, joined today by Jess Weatherbed because she wrote an article about a laptop with 7 inbuilt screens. And Jess, my question is, why? Why is this a thing?
Good question. So if you actually go on the guys that designed this, they're a London company called Expanscape. They're not really clear about it, if I'm completely honest. They say it's designed for security workers, so anyone that actually needs more screens. But it's very much the Jeff Goldblum kind of thing from Jurassic Park. I don't think they thought about whether they should. They just thought about whether they could, and they did. So
I love that.
There's been a couple of different prototypes over the years from various brands over multi-screened laptops, and they've clearly seen that and thought, why would you settle for 2 or 3 when you could have 7? 7's clearly a better number.
Yeah, I know. I noticed Razer came out with one back in 2017 at CES, right? But again, very much a prototype. We haven't seen it since, so I guess it's probably not a real thing. But, you know, when it comes to devices like this, my worry is always that it's a gimmick first and foremost, right? That we haven't got the specs there to back it up. Doesn't necessarily seem like the case. At least what they're saying is 64 gigabytes of DDR4, 2666 RAM, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060. Oh my God, I can't do specs. I can't read them out. The main screen they're saying is a 17.3 inch 4K display. Left and right screens, both 1200p displays. So that's all like pretty decent specs, right?
I mean, if anything, it's overboard specs for what they're saying it's actually going to be used for, where if they want it to be used as a security operations center, right? Mm-hmm. Four of those screens are meant to be 4K, powered by the graphics card that you've said, which is, you know, it's not amazing. It's probably capable of running those specs, but there isn't really a scenario where you'd need 4K displays to run a security ops center. Yeah. Especially with the demo images where they're giving, where it very much looks just like walls and walls of code. So it's a very capable machine. If anything, it probably excites me more for anything that isn't what it's designed for, ridiculously, just because I've got this envisionment in my head of someone trying to justify why someone would need to do this on the go, you know, going out to their Starbucks cafe and cracking out their 7-screen display laptop and cracking away.
Yeah, absolutely. If they are on the go, they're going to struggle a little bit because it's 12 kilograms and it's 140 minutes of battery life when disconnected. Obviously, that'll depend on what you're actually doing on the device. But, I mean, 140 minutes battery life actually, I suppose, isn't too bad when you consider what this thing is. But 12 kilograms, bit insane, no?
Oh, yeah. No, that's insanely heavy for something that's meant to be portable. At that point, you just wouldn't have a portable machine at any rate. It's probably got some very niche use. I mean, the whole thing is, as they said, it's a prototype at the minute. It's kind of a... you have to jump through several hoops to actually get access to it. So it's not meant to be a publicly retailable laptop. It's not meant to be that the everyday Joe is going to go down to their local Best Buy or something and invest in a 7-screen laptop. Yeah. But it's certainly not suitable. As it's not fit for purpose as an everyday device. It's really not. It has 2 batteries to power everything. So an hour and a half battery life at most. And that's not with it kind of... They haven't described what task it's going to be running to hit that hour and a half anyway.
So then you mentioned it briefly in there. Let's touch on it again. Like you say, you've got to jump through several hoops to get this thing. Are we one day going to be able to walk into a shop and buy this thing? Or do you think that forever it will be this kind of concept device that you have to jump through some hoops for?
It sounds harsh, but I do kind of see this fading into the bits of the internet kind of obscurity after a little while, because you have to sign an NDA to get it, and it's kind of on joining a list. You have to sign up to actually get your hands on one, but they won't tell you the price because they've said that it's a constantly fluctuating thing while they're developing it.
Right.
It's not something that's ever going to hit like commercial shelves. I think this is going to, if it ever does come out of a prototyping phase, this is going to be a very, very niche market device.
Well, then my question for you is, can we expense this for TechRadar, do we think? Me and you just get it and then we have it.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about like all the split screen co-op, I don't think the graphics co-op would be very happy about it. But we can hypothetically just play like 2 different games of Apex on 2 different screens on the same device.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jess. Really appreciate it. Let us know in the comments down below what you would be looking to pay for something like this. Try and put some realistic prices down there. I'm curious to see what you guys think this will cost. But if you've enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to TechRadar on YouTube so you don't miss any of our future coverage. And finally, all that's left to say is remember to head to techradar.com for all the latest tech news and reviews. We will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.